Canvas, in its latest update, has included a feature that we've needed for a long time, and that is a student annotation type assignment. So let me kind of demonstrate how to set up that type of assignment. We'll take a look at how the students see it whenever they open the assignment. So let's start by going to, I'll just go to a test course, and I'll go to assignments, and I'm going to click the new assignment or add assignment button, and we'll just call this student annotation test. And for my directions, I will just say follow directions in the document included. I'm going to give this a value of 100 points and make sure that we have chosen the online submission type, not an external tool or one of the others. You'll now notice that I have the student annotation option to go along with file uploads, media recordings, text entry, and website URL. When I tick that box, you'll notice that I can get the file that I want to share with students from several places. If I've already uploaded the file to my Canvas files area in my course, I could get it from there, or I could just upload it. Now, if the preferred file type is PDF for this type of assignment, but there are other file types which I'll list on the screen for you that are acceptable also. You may say, well, how do I make a PDF file? Remember, if you can use Word or Google Docs or Slides or PowerPoint, any of those have the option to export as a PDF file. So here is a Google Doc where I just did a demonstration of a type. Maybe this is a worksheet that you want them to do in Canvas with the annotation option. And just remember, you can always export from any of these tools, whether it's an Office tool or a Google Suite tool, by going to Export or Download and then choosing the PDF document option. I'm going to download it to my computer, and it's done. So now I can click Upload File. I can choose the Canvas Annotation Tool Demo PDF file that I made from Google. I'll click Open, and now it shows that the file successfully uploaded. So now all I'll have to do is just give this assignment a due date, save and publish, and I now have an assignment, very easy to set up, where a PDF file is included and students can modify the PDF file with some special tools. So let's switch over to Student View now and take a look at what students will see and what they'll do. So I'm in Student View. I'm going to go ahead and start the assignment. And you'll notice that now I have this nice document viewer. And I have all these tools at the top that I can use for this document. So I can zoom in, which I'll do so you can see this document a little bit better. I can also go full screen with the document. And once I go full screen, if I want out of it, I just hit the Escape key. Let's stay in this view. I can zoom in even in full screen view. If I want to rotate this document, notice I can do that. Here, I can actually put a pin on the document in a particular spot. And when I do that, I can choose the color of the pin that I want to include. So I can maybe point to the frog here, put a little pinpoint on it. And then you'll notice that for each of these things that I'm doing, I get the chance to leave a comment out to the right for whatever I'm doing. So if you're having them label a map or a diagram, this is a great one to pick here. There's this little option here, point annotation. I'm going to go ahead and delete these things that I did just to show you that I can delete those. Let me go to the next tool, which is a highlighter tool. So all I have to do to highlight something is just draw, click, drag, and hold over the words that I want to highlight. So that's a really nice feature. And again, you'll notice that I can comment on anything that I highlight out to the right. My next tool is a text tool. So I'm going to go ahead and choose that. Notice that I can choose the color that I want the text to be, the background, and the size. So I'm going to click in my blank down here, and I'm going to go ahead and use this tool. And that's not quite big enough, so I'm going to upsize it a little bit. That's much better. So that's the text tool. I also have a strike through tool, so I can just highlight a word and notice it does a strike through for that word. So this will be good for language arts when you're trying to get students to maybe edit a sentence. I can draw a box around things with this tool and color the box different colors with the selection up there. And I can leave a comment whenever I do a box around something, which is great. And then my favorite tool is the free form tool. It's just a free draw tool. So in this one, I can choose the color, I can choose the line thickness, and here it says use the free draw tool to circle the frog. So I'm going to just use my mouse, and I'm going to circle the frog. Again, I can comment on this. The second question here says use the highlighter tool to highlight all nouns. So let's see. I'm going to highlight students and tigers and trip and zoo. So that's kind of what it looks like. I'm going to go ahead and if I want to download everything that I've done in this annotation, I just click this little guy here, this little arrow pointing down. But I'm going to hit escape to get out of full screen. And now I'm going to submit the assignment now because I've done everything that I was asked to do on this little worksheet. So I'm going to click submit assignment. I get my confetti for submitting the assignment on time. And let's leave student view so you can see what it looks like in SpeedGrader. So now that the student has completed the activity, we'll click SpeedGrader, and you as a teacher can go and look at their annotations. So again, this is a great addition to Canvas. I think it's going to make our lives a lot easier not to have to use additional tools to do annotations for documents, which is very complicated for students and parents.